Good morning, boys. Back to business maths classes. Today we will see the second chapter, chapter number 2, integral calculus part 1. So in the first exercise we have two formulas. That is, stands for integration. Integrate, you have to read the symbol as integrate x power n with respect to dx. So integration is nothing but anti-derivatives. So integration is meant for finding the area and sum the total. So you have the number theory, that is n into n plus 1. Instead of using that formula, arithmetic formula like n into n plus 1 for natural numbers, n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 by 6 for square numbers. Instead of that technique, we have advanced technique is integration. So integration is mainly used to sum the area, to find out what is the total area, and that in the business they are used to find out what is the surplus for consumers and surplus for producers. So we have so many formulas there to integrate the function with respect to x variable, or sometimes when the function is given in terms of y, you are supposed to write dy. When the function is in terms of x, you have to integrate with respect to x variable. Integrate with respect to x, that is dx. So what is the difference between the derivatives? Derivatives used to find what is slope, whereas integration used for sum the areas or numbers. For example, just you have to recollect the 11th standard differentiation, then we will go to the exercise number 2.1. If I am defining the function y is equal to x power 4 plus x, then minus 20. So if I am asked to differentiate the y function with respect to x variable, because y is a function of x. So D stands for differentiate, this you know very well. Differentiate y, the function y with respect to x. So in derivatives, you brought the power as a multiplier and reduce 1 in the power. What is the power? 1. So 1 into x power 1 minus 1, 0. There is no x variable, therefore this will become 0. 4x cube, anything power 0 is always 1, so your answer, this is your derivatives. Just reverse process. If you integrate this one, then you will get the variable terms alone. So that is, you cannot get minus 20, that is constant. So when you integrate this derivatives, you will get the function y. See, 4, what is that actually? This is derivative of the function y. So here the formula is there. I will give some examples how to integrate the function in terms of the variable x. Listen here. I integrate x power 6. According to that formula, you have to add always 1 to the power of x. Whereas in differentiation, you have to always subtract 1 from the power of the variable x. Just reverse, you are subtracting minus 1, here you have to add 1. So when you add 1 to the power of x, the same you have to write as a denominator, then constant plus c. Because you cannot exactly measure the area, there will be some difference, negligible distance, that negligible, the sum or distance is meant by some constant. We don't know what is the value. So you cannot measure the area exactly. There will be some difference. The difference only named as constant plus c. Clear? So you can write now x power 7 by 7 plus c. This is your integration of x power 6. So integration of 7, that is constant. There is no variable. But I can rewrite this like 7 into x power 0 into dx, because I already said, you know already basic in algebra, anything power 0 is always 1. Clear? So I am rewriting the constant, that is 7 into x power 0. Sir, why are you using only x power 0? Why don't you use y power 0? Because we are integrating with respect to what? X. Therefore, you have to write that variable only x. If you want to integrate, suppose for example y, then you have to write here as y power 0. So depends upon that which variable that you are integrating. Based on that, you have to write the constant into the variable power 0, because anything power 0 is 1. 7 into 1, 7. Actually 7 into 1, 7. This 1 only replaced by x power 0. Clear? So 7 into x power 0 into dx. 7 is the constant, we will take outside. X power 0 into dx. So according to the formula, you have to add always 1 to the power. So 7, 0 plus 1 by 0 plus 1 plus c. That is 7 x power 1 by 1 plus c. So 7x plus c. Because x power 1, you can write simply x. Clear? So based on this concept, we will conclude that whenever you integrate any constant into the variable where you integrate it, whether it is, if you integrate with the x variable, then 7 will become 7x. If you integrate with respect to y, then it will be 7 will become 7y. If you integrate the function with respect to z, the 7 will become 7z. Clear? This is the process. How do you get 7x? 7 into 1, 7. So I am replacing 1 by using the basic algebraic technique, that is x power 0. Why I am using x power 0? Because we are integrating with respect to which variable? X variable. If you integrate with respect to y variable, here you have to write y power 0. Then as usual, apply the formula. What is the formula? You should always add 1 to the power of the variable. Then the same should be as the divider, that is in the denominator. So I am writing the x power 1 by 1, that is 7x plus c. Clear? Any doubt? This is the basic. X may be the whole number or fraction. For example, x power 3 by 2 into dx. Doesn't matter whether the power of x is negative or positive or fractions or decimal, whatever it's so, apply this formula. This is the formula. Add always 1 to the power of n. So I am adding 1 to the power of x 1 by, you supposed to write plus c, constant plus c. Just now I said you cannot measure exactly the curved area, there will be some difference, the difference or negligible one called plus c. So 3 by 2 plus 1. So some of you do, some of the boys I noticed that they will write 4 by 2, that is 2. This is wrong. It is a fraction with the whole number, so you have to take LCM and simplify or cross multiply. So you will get 5 by 2. So x power 5 by 2 by 5 by 2 plus c. When the denominator in the fractional format, take reciprocal, it becomes 2 by 5 x power 5 by 2 plus c. Clear? So don't add like 3 plus 1, 4, 4 by 2 is 2, that is wrong. So it is the fraction with the whole number or natural number, you should always go for LCM and simplify. So this is, so whatever the power of x, either negative sign or the fractional format or whole number, you have to add always 1 to the power of x, the same should be in the denominator. So this is the basic process. Now we will see some problems based on this concept. So I hope you that how do you integrate, this very simple, very simple. Only thing you have to memorize the formulas and work it out every day, at least 2 or 3 problems. Each exercise consisting only 5 to 6 problems. So it will be very easy for you to work it out. So now we will start exercise number 2.1. Exercise number 2.1. So some of the one by saying that some of the problems he did not understand and he wants me to teach from the chapter number 1. So after this session, then we will see the next round. I will clear your doubts from the chapter number 1. Now question number 1 of exercise number 2.1. Integrate 3x plus 5 square root of 3x plus 5 into dx. This is the questions. How do you integrate? You can use this formula. Integration. You know the square root symbol replaced by 1 by 2. Numerically you can replace by 1 by 2. That should be understood. Square root is 1 by 2. If it is cubed root, 1 by 3. If it is given fifth root, it will be replaced by 1 by 5. Cubed root, square root and fifth root and fourth root, whatever it is, 1 by 3, 1 by 5. So here it is given square root. Therefore, I am rewriting the given question is power 1 by 2. Now integrate by using the second formula. Add 1 to the power. 1 by 2 plus 1 how much? 1 by 2 plus 1. The same should be in the denominator. Plus c. It's not get over. According to the formula, then what is the number along with the x? What is the constant along with the x? A. So a into n plus 1. What is the number along with x over here? 3. That is 3. It's not that you have to differentiate and write here. Differentiation of 3x is what? 3. So 3 into the power. That's the difference. Clear? So if you have any constant along with the variable x, so you do as usual add 1 to the power, then into the differentiation of the function inside the bracket, not outside, inside the bracket. Differentiation of 3x is 3, differentiation of constant is 0. So 3 of 1 by 2 plus 1. So 3x plus 5 power 3 by 2, here 3 by 2 plus c. So 3 3s are 9, take reciprocal, get 2 by 9, 3x plus 5 power 3 by 2 plus c. So whenever you integrate, you please add plus c. So if you have any function like this, you differentiate inside the bracket into the power. That's a very simple concept. So if it is given square root, it becomes 1 by 2. If it is given cubed root, 1 by 3. If it is fifth root, 1 by 5 and so on. Clear? Now we will see the sum number 2, second sum. Very simple. If it is similar model, I will give it as homework, otherwise I will teach. Sum number 2, integrate the function 9x square minus 4 by x square the whole square into dx. So according to the formula, you supposed to add 1 to the power. So normally you people are making mistakes are here too. So 2 plus 1 3 by 3. Okay, there is 4 by x power 3 by 3 and power 2. So power is 2. So 3. This is wrong. So don't do like that. When you integrate, you have to integrate only the separate terms. We have 2, that is binomial, because it has 2 terms. But binomial doesn't have, binomial has some power, that is whole power 2. So if you integrate like this by using the formula, sir, you said no, sir, wherever x power, you can add 1 to the power of x and write, sir, here 2, so 2 plus 1, 3 by 3. Here power 2, so 2 plus 1, 3 by 3. Here power is 2, so 2 plus 1, 3 and by 3. This is wrong. Don't do that mistake. When you integrate, you have to bring down the simplest form, that is term wise, like algebraic general format. Clear? So term you have to rewrite, decompose into the separate terms. So how do you make this into separate terms? Here already inside the bracket you have separate. that is 2 terms, but see to it whole to the power 2. So you cannot say this is a separate terms, it is considered the one term. What is the power 2? So you cannot integrate straight away. You can simplify it more by using that formula, that is a minus b the whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. Some of you may write a square minus 2ab plus b square, both are same only. So I am applying this identity for these problems. So integration a square, when you square, is it correct? It is wrong, because when you square, you have to square each factors. 9 square is 81, x square will become x power 4. Don't write x square. So some of you make mistakes. If you want to, if I ask you to square the number, the one term, you see to that whether the term consisting the factor or not. Here we have two factor, 9 and x square. So when you square this one, immediately most of you are squaring only the number, you never disturb the x square. This is wrong. You have to square each factor. 9 square is 81, x square is x power 4, because x square power square. Basic algebra, 2 to are power to power you have to multiply, 2 to are 4. This you learned in the lower class, 7th standard. So just recollect, 2 to are 4, x power 4. Likewise, next plus b square plus square, again we have two factor, 4 in the numerator, x square in the denominator. When you square the numerator, 4 will become 16, again x square will become x power 4. Then minus 2 into what is a? 9x square. What is b? 4 by x square. Square square get cancel. Integrate 81 x power 4 plus 16 by x power 4. Then multiply 9 4s are 36. 36 into 2, 82 or 72? 72. Close the bracket, dx. Now you see, I rewrite the binomial which has power 2 as c separate, I bring it into separate terms. So before you have to integrate, you please bring it in this format, like algebraic expressions, polynomial expressions. Don't keep anything as a power. You cannot simplify, you cannot integrate. Clear? So whatever the power is given, use the same identity, depends upon the power of the binomial or trinomial. Expand like this. Now I don't have any power. I separate it into, I bring it into decomposed function, that is separate terms. Now integration of, see the denominator x. Here for this alone, just listen. It is not given in that formula, but actual procedure is, I will do with 1 by x power 4 dx. If the variable in the denominator, you cannot integrate. If it is only variable alone, x alone, we have formula that we will see in the next exercise. But when the x has power other than 1, more than 1, like 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, then you cannot integrate. You have to take to the numerator, plus will become minus, then you have to integrate. As usual rule, I told you already, what are the power of x, either negative or positive fractions, whatever it is, formula is x power minus 1 plus 1, add always plus 1, same thing in the denominator plus c. So your answer is x power minus 3 by minus 3, then you can rewrite minus, you cannot keep negative sign in the denominator, according to the rule you bring it to the numerator, so minus x power minus 3 by 3, but when the power of x is negative sign, you can bring it down, you will get integration format, as usual. So instead of going this long process, just keep it in your mind, when the variable alone in the denominator other than power 1, be careful, when the power is 1 by x, you cannot write like x power minus 1. So what is the integration of x power minus 1? Minus 1 plus 1 by minus 1 plus 1. If you do like this, you will get x power 0 by 0, anything power 0 is 1, 1 by 0 is what? Infinity. This is wrong. You can apply this technique only for x, power of x is other than 1. It may be 2, 3, 4, whatever it is. If it is exactly power of x, 1 is the power of x, then you cannot apply this method. See, you will get wrong answer. 1 by 0. Anything by 0 is infinity. We don't get any solutions. So don't do the mistakes. It is wrong. Now, you come from here, you can see the answer. When the variable is in the numerator, you are adding 1 to the power. When the variable in the denominator, how do you get this answer? When you separate the power, you get 3. The 3 should be as a multiplier. Clear? When the x variable in the denominator, you subtract 1, you will get x power 3. What is the power of the x3? That should be multiplier. When the x is in the numerator, x power 4, straight away in the numerator, then how do you are adding 1 to the power 5, this 5 will become divisor. So this we can use only when the variable is in the numerator. When the variable in the denominator, even if you have any constant, doesn't matter. If you have 10, then what will come here? 10 into that number, x power, whatever it is. So doesn't matter whether you have constant or not. When the variable alone in the denominator, other than the power 1, like 2, 3, 4, whatever it is, just you subtract 1 from the power of x3, you write the power as a multiplier, then you have to change the sign of the integrand. If there is a plus, then it becomes minus. If it is minus, you have to write plus. For example, 5 by minus 5 by x power 7. How do you integrate? By using, without using this process, straight away, minus 5. What is the power of x? 7. Reduce 1 in the power of x? 6. You write the power of x as a multiplier, then you have to change the sign. The minus will become now plus. Very simple. Same concept you can apply it here. Now what is the integration? This is normal process. Here x is in the numerator. So what is the basic rule to integrate? Add 1 to the power. So 81 x power 5 by 5. Now you see x is not in the numerator, it is in the denominator. Then apply this concept. Reduce 1 in the power 16 by, don't disturb the numerator, 16 by, reduce 1 in the power x power 3, you write the power of x as a multiplier in the denominator. After that you can see the sign plus, this plus will become minus, your integration gets over. Clear? No need to go for this many process. Straight away, just you have to keep it in your mind. When the variable is the denominator, just reduce 1 in the power, that power should be as a multiplier, then you change the integrand sign, plus will become minus and minus will become plus. Here plus, so plus will become minus. Constant, just now I did, how do you integrate the constant? Whenever you integrate the constant, you constant into x plus c. So this is the answer for the question number 2. Then question number 3, I will explain how to do the question number 3, then we will go to the sum number 5. 3, 4 I explain, you try at home. Sum number 5 and 6 I will do it now. Sum number 3, 3 plus x, 2 minus 5x, see the integrand as given in terms of factor. It is not like general algebraic format. So you have to rewrite into the general form of polynomials. Normal multiplication. Binomial into binomial you can multiply. So 3 2s are 6. 3 into minus x minus 15x plus 2x minus 5x square. Am I correct? So 3 2s are 6, 15, 2x plus into minus minus 5x square. Now just you simplify. So now you see, I brought the factor into the terms. You cannot integrate straight away the factors, you can integrate only the term wise. You cannot integrate the factors straight away, there is no formula. So rewrite the factors into the terms by multiplying these two, then as usual integrations. This is the next step itself, we will get answer. You do it at home. And sum number 4. Square root x, square root of x, x cube minus 2x plus 3 into dx. Then once you use the integration symbol, you have to write dx. This is also not in general form. It is again in factor format. You cannot integrate when the integrand, this is called integrand. When the integrand is in terms of factor, you cannot integrate. So what is the rule? Automatically you have to multiply and bring it into term wise, either in terms of plus or minus. Then you have to integrate. What is the power of, what is the value for square root? X power 1 by 2. X power 3 minus 2x plus 3 into dx. It is under factor, you cannot integrate when the functions are under factor, so you have to make it decompose in terms of plus or minus, so you multiply inside. When you multiply the variable, when the base are same, you have to add. So x power 1 by 2 plus 3, 1 by 2 plus 3 how much? 7 by 2. Minus 2, x 2, x power 1 by 2 into x power 1, that is x power 3 by 2 plus 3 into x power 1 by 2 integration dx. So I told you already, whatever the power, either negative sign or positive sign, fraction, decimal, whatever it's so, you always add 1 to the power and write down the answer as a divisor. Clear? This is sum number 4. Then sum number 5. This is only this little different from the previous model. Sum number 5. Sum number 5. Sum number 5, it is given 8x plus 13 by square root of 4x plus 7 into dx. It is also given in terms of fractions. Then, sir, you said no, sir, if there is any x variable, you bring it to the numerator. That is only if x alone. But here we have how many terms in the square root? 2 terms. You cannot bring it to the numerator. You cannot take to the numerator. That is not allowed. You will never get answer. Clear? So there will be some adjustment. You rewrite the numerator in terms of the denominator. So you must have some, what is the denominator? 4x plus 7, which is inside the square root. If there is no square root, then you can proceed. But it is inside the square root. So how do you integrate these type of models? So you have to again use a decompose. That is, you can separate the terms. Before you separate the terms, ensure that numerator and denominators should be same. In such a way, you separate the numerators. Here I have 4x plus 7. I have 8x. If I am taking 2 outside, I will get 4x. I got the first term as it is. But to get the second term, I cannot take 2 outside because 30 is the prime number. But I must have 7. Having set in mind, here I have 7, 13. Here 8x, if I am taking 2 outside, I got first term 4x exactly, but I cannot divide 13 by 2 to get 7. So I have some little adjustment. I am adding 1 and subtract. This is never going to be disturbed, that original function. Just I am adding 1 and subtract 1. 8x, 13 plus 1, 14 minus 1 by square root of 4x plus 7 into dx. Now the problem is some of the boys know 8x by 4x. You may write some questions. 8x by square root of 4x plus 7 plus 14 by the denominator minus 1 by the denominator. If you rewrite, you can integrate only these two, but you cannot integrate the first term. Again you go for the same decomposition rule. Clear? It will take more steps. So you don't separate the numerator with the help of the denominator in that way. Now I am seeing these first two terms. What is the common factor of these two terms? 2. 8x plus 14. If I am taking 2 as the common factor of these two terms, I will get 4x plus 7. See, I got exactly what is there in the numerator. Clear? So I am separated the first two term by denominator, that is 4x plus 7 by the square root of 4x plus 7 minus 1 over square root of 4x plus 7 into dx. Clear? I easily separated it. X power 5 by x, you are simplifying, that is you are subtracting the powers. 5 minus 1, it is 4. Likewise, you can simplify this power 1, here power half. So when you cancel, what is the remaining power? Half. So integration 2 inside the bracket 4x plus 7 power 1 by 2, because it will get cancelled. 1 minus half is half, minus four x plus 7 power 1 by 2 into dx. Now as usual you can apply the formula. It is 2 4x plus 7, add 1 to the power, you get 3 by 2. 3 by 2 is correct answer. See, you have some constant with the x, so differentiation of 4x is 4 into 4. That should be very important. Clear? Then minus, as usual when the power of x in the denominator, you know how to simplify it. That is minus 1 by 6 x power 6. The same way, or you can take to the numerator and simplify, you will get answer. That is, you do either this method or you can you take to the numerator minus 1 by 2 into dx. Again what will come? This will go 2 times, that cancel. So 4x plus 7 power 3 by 2 by 3 minus 4x plus 7, add 1 to the power, you get 1 by 2 by 1 by 2 into 4 plus c. Simplify and write, will get answers. Clear? The next one, sixth sum. Sixth sum, just you have to remember the conjugation. So it will be very familiar to you in lower classes, 8th standard, numbers work. You learned about the conjugate even in 10th standard trigonometry also. Now sum number 6. square root of x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1. It is the radical format. If it is given radical format, you have to rewrite into the terms. I told you already, it is not in term wise, it is in the denominator you have two terms, even inside the two terms you have two more, but inside the square root. So you take better to take conjugate. 1 by x plus 1 plus square root of x minus 1. Conjugation is change the sign, the middle of between the two terms. So conjugate. So 1 into anything is always same, there won't be any different. Minus square root of x minus 1 by. So wherever you change take conjugate, it should be always in terms of a plus b into a minus b. This you know very simple, that is a square minus b square format. If you take conjugate anywhere, if you take conjugate for the denominator in terms of a square minus b square. If you take conjugate for the numerator ends with what? A square minus b square. Here I am taking conjugate for the denominator, so in the denominator will get always a square minus b square format. That is a is x plus 1, that is square root of x plus 1 the whole square minus square root of x minus 1 the whole square. Square and square root get cancel, so you will get square root of x plus 1 minus square root of x minus 1 by x plus 1. When you take minus inside, minus x plus 1, you will get cancel, you will get square root of x plus 1 minus square root of x minus 1 by 2. 1 plus 1, 2. See, now I rewrite. I got now terms. So integration, I take the denominator 2 is the common factor, that is 1 by 2 square root of x plus 1 minus square root of x minus 1 into dx. So 1 by 2 square root of, you know how to rewrite the square root by using this numerical value, that is 1 by 2 x minus 1 power 1 by 2 into dx. So normal method, you just integrate. We will continue that remaining, only two more problems are there, 7 and 8. We will see the next class. So boys, just you have to integrate it. So only one by Prashant alone having some doubt, he only called me and asked me the doubts, but others are kept quiet. I need your fair note, clear. So whatever doubt, please call me, I clear doubts. Thank you boys, we will see the next session.